Test, test. All right, cool. Sweet. All right. All right, cool. Welcome, welcome. Come on in, have a seat, sit down, get yourself right. What's up, Seth? How you doing, buddy? Whoa, easy, fella. Easy. How are you doing? See how this looks. Good old. I'll put it here for now just to show it. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm in demo right now. Definitely want to play with some of this stuff. I'll leave it like that for now. We can at least be seen. Just gonna turn everything on. Play with it. Target laps. Green, white, checker. Boy, I tell you what. Content. Show fuel at the end. Oh, just turn it all on. Give me everything. Then I'll figure out the rest later. Fascinating. Certainly not going to leave it on my screen like this. But I'll show you. No, this is demo. I'm in demo. I don't know why all this stuff is working in demo, but I'll take it. It's going to be very distracting to have it's going to be very distracting to have that fuel calculator right there. I'm not going to keep it like that. Certainly not, you know, once we get going, the season gets going and everything. I'm going to put it over on one of my other monitors. But yeah, I just want to see it for now. This is like my first go. So yeah, client's not running, fuel calculator. Yeah, I don't think so. So I got early access like a year ago. So you can tell this is new because this is all different. This is a new Sebring for sure. I have gotten early access once, but it's like a whole different thing. Like you actually have to download a fully separate version of iRacing. It's like a whole thing. It literally shows up as 2 different installs on your PC. So I know for a fact I'm not in early access. This is demo. Yeah, it's basically like that, yeah. So it's not a rescan, at least not to our knowledge. I didn't read the notes or anything yet today. Maybe I should do that. No, I think they just made a couple tweaks. Like turn 1 looks different. I don't know if anything else is different or if it's just turn 1. Let's go find out. I'm curious. I've been kind of waiting all day. I figured it would be up by now. Notice how my traction control is just constantly... Oh, there it is. You know what? I actually never tried to reload the early access build again. And I don't remember what it's called. I think they just called it their staging environment. So my guess is they have like maybe local dev environments, and they have like some kind of QA environment. And then they have staging and then release production. Yeah, it was literally a year ago. Yeah, I think it was like literally, I think it was preview for season 3 build. But I wish I could get that again. Alright, let's see turn 1. I want to get a little bit of data in so I can get a feel for this fuel calculator. Oh god, where do you brake? That's gonna fuck so many people up. I think it's still the same width. When I saw it on, I think it was Ollie was doing it, it almost seemed like it was more narrow. But no, that looks the same. It's just the entry's totally different. There's no kind of kink in the right wall anymore. The wall's just straight. You have to find the right place for that. What's up, everything? I'm also running a Road America setup. Very distracting to have these things on my screen, I'll be honest. The X is a little bit different? Oh. Ooh. 43-degree track temp, by the way. My traction control is going wild. It must be like super high. What the hell is traction control up to? 5. Weird. Trying to find the new season schedule. So I don't remember exactly how it works, but from recollection, I don't think the new season schedule will show up until like literally the day the season starts. I think it's something like that, and you'll see it in the forum and you'll see it in the UI. All right, let's pay attention to sunset, and hopefully we'll get some data here. Oh, that rip. It does look a little different. Fascinating.
4.255.
I don't know what to do with that at all. I don't know. It's so crazy. We've done it the other way for so long. Even brushing the throttle there, just traction control goes nuts. You still have season 3? I don't think I do. I think I've reformatted since I did that. I think I reformatted over the winter. It would be interesting to see. I've only done it once. I've only been, you know, included in that one time. So I don't know if, like, you know, you just stay in the staging environment and it always downloads the new bits, or, you know, just thinking of how like general development works. Probably the same staging environment every time. I doubt that's getting rebuilt every time, but who knows? I think they're more meant for triples. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's an interesting thing, because I don't know. A lot of people, I was thinking about this the other day, actually. I'm sure there's a ton of people just single monitor, you know? I would imagine the majority of people that do sim racing, or even iRacing, to narrow it down some, single monitor. We all know how much people love their overlays. Personally, I'm not a fan. Kind of a necessary evil in some cases, I guess. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think people are gonna have these suckers overlaid like crazy. Don't read anything into any lap times or anything. I don't have a real setup. I'm just literally screwing around. This was the 60-liter VRS Road America setup from last week's league race. And it's hot as shit, so I'm just kind of ripping and killing time until the season actually releases. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, I think since iRacing took in the GT3 schedules, I think mostly because of the regional series. Kind of sucks, because now you don't really know what the schedule's going to be until it comes out. Oh, weird. Looks like my mirror has changed size. Because I normally have my little FPS counter, like, literally right up against it. It must be just a bit smaller. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Cold, or cold. Hot, hot, hot. Yeah, so like Sebring or IMSA is gonna be there because it's still made by the community, but with them doing the regionals, I guess that was a season or two ago. At least they took in the GT3 Sprint in-house as well. Yeah, when I was doing VR, I used open kneeboard, and I would bring in my fourth monitor, but I always had it mapped to a button so that I could turn it on or off to only, you know, be there when I want to see it. And I really only used it for fuel. There's more stuff on there, but I really only used it for fuel.
2.711, new bus flat for you.
That's gonna take some serious getting used to. All right, don't have a lot of fuel data. I figured more would have populated by now, but last stint fuel. Oh, okay. So end. There's no end. All right. So it says I got 41. Kind of curious how it maps up with JRT. So 45.1 liters in the tank, which is what I got. Remaining laps. Okay. 12.6 to 12.8. JRT's telling me 12.4. Let's see. Last lap 3.6 liters. But that pace, it's interesting. So JRT shows me a little bit more fine grain. JRT tells me that at 3.565 liters for the last lap. Last 10, well, that's not super relevant. Session 3.6. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Need obviously some more data to make this make sense, but I'm gonna be very curious to see how all that plays out as we go. Almost everything's back up. Can't be too long. Can't be too long. If one of you guys notice, by the way, that it's up, please yell at your boy. Also notice they put I guess the tire compound that you're using on the relative, even on the small version, which I believe that wasn't in there in the small version. I think it was only for the bigger version. So that's new. I don't really understand why I have the ability to do this right now. I actually have no idea. I don't know why I can see the track map and the calculator when I'm in demo. And Sebring has been updated. I don't really get how that works, but this is where we're at, boys. All right, track map. So I know you can do some different things. I find this mini map pretty interesting. I turned all this stuff off with LMU, and honestly, I'm not going to use the track map here either. I mean, I've got one above my head anyway, so I'm not going to use it here. But man, if I could make, there you go. That's what I'm trying to do. You know, give you guys something fun to do while you're working, and you know, putting them TPS reports in. Make sure get them TPS reports done, so don't have to get your ass in there on a Saturday and get stuff done. You know what I'm saying? So let's make sure get our formats correct. Probably choose the bar so I can see the cars that are if it's Strat and IMSA. yeah, it's kind of fascinating. People have been joking on the circle map, like, you know, we need it for ovals and shit. But I actually find this maybe more useful than any of them. Like, if you're to think about it, I assume that the way this is, I mean, look, let me step back for a second. I'm making a lot of assumptions, okay? Let's not make too many assumptions. I think the way that this is done is it's effectively a, what's the way to say it? Like in this case, I'm 25% of the way through the lap, right? 50% through the lap, 75%. I think it does a good job of actually splitting this up based on percentage through the lap. If I'm wrong, then everything else I'm about to say is completely useless. But there is something about kind of knowing where you are relative to others, percentage-wise, on the racetrack. I think that's actually pretty useful. And I've done a little bit of research. A short version of why was because I was looking for new business ideas. And I thought, well, let's see. I understand software really well, and I love racing. So it'd be really cool if we made some software in the racing world, right? So I did a lot of research on basically software that race teams use, like at the pit box, specifically in endurance racing. And they actually have multiple variations of track maps. So you'll see it seen in this kind of radial view often. So anyway, kind of looked into some of that stuff, did a little bit of research on it, and found they use all sorts of interesting, I guess, patterns of data to present, you know, whatever they're looking to accomplish. So part of that was this radial map. So when I always see these historically, I'm like, what the hell is the point of giving me a circular view of Sebring or Daytona or whatever? But yeah, I think there's something there for that. So anyway, class standings. Okay, that's more useful. Driver name, demo. Interesting. But yeah, when I have my track map, I just have like the full track map up on my JRT window on the fourth monitor. But yeah. Start lights. Splits. Never thought to look at what else could be done with that. Nothing, it looks like. Okay, cool. Sector reports. What's different? Oh, okay. I got it. So it's two different sections of that. Understood. All right. Start lights. Pump the brakes, brother. Pump the brakes. When will it be over? I have no idea. I wish I did. All right. Fuel calculator. So I basically turned everything on in the fuel calculator. And I'm going to leave it as such for now. Just to play with it once we get like some real information in there. I'm really curious. I want to go through and kind of figure out what does the fuel calculator look like with respect to what I currently use. See how close it is. Because if it does the same thing, then I certainly don't have a need to use a separate tool for it. We shall see how that works. There's something about it. I just inherently can't expect that a tool that's built into iRacing is going to be like on the money. Does that make sense? Or am I crazy? It just seems like they can't make it perfect, right? They can't make you come in with like 0.1, 0.2 every single time. I don't know. Then it's like, what the hell's the point? You know, if you don't have to do anything, it seems like the game would not give you that much information. Where, say, an external tool would be able to give you that much information. 'Cause I don't know. I feel like there's something to it, like game design wise. Like, don't give them like literally perfect information at all times. In the same way that the original fuel calculator, the autofill, was not very good when it first came out, and that has definitely gotten better. So I've heard, but I don't use it mostly because it overfuels you and all those sorts of things. I know it got better over time, but I don't know. Something about it makes me feel like it can't be absolutely dialed in every time. Greg, how you doing, bud? Yeah, man, they got a track map in there now. Yep. Yeah. For me, like having the fourth monitor, and I even asked this question, on the season 3 like dev blog or whatever, and it was kind of like, okay, so now we have like 14 billion widgets, right? It seems like a logical leap to say at some point I'm going to be able to take this track map and get like a browser, you know, source of it, local host at some port /trackmap.html or something, and then use that on a fourth monitor, second monitor, a tablet, OBS, something, right? Like this stuff is clearly running on the machine already. And from what I understand, they're using React, which is a web framework for the new UI. I imagine this is basically just the same as every other overlay pack we have. So it stands to reason that they would make this available as browser sources. And if they do that, then I can turn all the stuff off here and just put it all on my fourth monitor, which would be incredible. And that I would utilize quite a bit. But I'm not going to have the track map and fuel calculators like actually on my screens at all times. That just doesn't provide a lot of value for me. It feels cluttered as shit. Like having these two things is driving me crazy. I only have it on there right now because you guys are watching. So how do you get to show what class is on voice? Oh, that's an interesting thing. I didn't know that was part of the new jam. But yeah, we won't know. I mean, maybe, you know, whenever this thing comes back up, we can take a look at it. I caught a little bit of his stream yesterday. Yeah, a couple interesting things he pointed out. Mainly the non-IMSA branded pit stops doing tires and fuel separately. Interesting. I thought I saw something that contrary to that. I was looking at something today. No, on your old streams. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with what you're asking. How do you get it? How do you get it? Show what class is on voice. I have no. I'm not sure what you're asking. Sorry, Adam. I don't recall. I think of what you're asking. So you're saying like when this pops up, like the little demo. It says demo job right now. It would say my name. But when this pops up, you're saying that it would show you which class it is? It says GTP or GT3. Really? I don't remember that at all. We could try to find... Oh, I know what you're talking about. So, okay. I'm pretty sure I know what you're saying. I think you're looking at a race that was a league race. And... that league race has our names in it. I think that's what it is. I know what you're saying. So we can get somebody to chat. So all of our names, I think. Is that right? Does that make sense? I'm trying to find when somebody's talking. I don't want to hear myself talk. I was thinking maybe it was Lee related. GTD, is that what you're looking at? GTD S, yeah. I think it's that, yeah. That must be it. Yep. So if you look at just our standings, so if mine popped up, it would say Pro, which really just means I'm in the GTD Pro class. So yeah, that's it. So it says GTD because in GT3 we have GTD Pro and then GTD whatever, just GTD, I guess. That's why. You had me going there for a second. So the pit stop thing, I want to see what that's about because I saw something. God, I'll never find it. I saw them somebody talking about that today. Let's go take a gander. Is it? No. Sorry, that is not exhilarating. I will show you. Here's the season 3 schedule if anybody's interested. Get a copy of that for myself. Sweet. No, so I saw an infographic that somebody put together that I think it was from the iRacing people on the iRacing forum. I'll never find it, so I'm trying to go back. I'll never find it on the forum. I'm trying to go back in one of the discords that I'm a part of that probably would have it on there. Where was it? Here we go. That's not it. That was the car mass. Golly, 2 years ago. That ain't it. Hold, please. Here we go. Oh, it's in the release notes. Let's find the release notes. Sure they'll be on here. Here we go. Where is this even posted? Staff announcements. Okay. All right. So it's somewhere in here where they talk about the fueling stuff. Whoa. All right. Navigate to the rules tab. All right, so none. Global default vehicle branding and global pit stop regulations. The car's about to blow up. All right. I wonder, is this thing just like update? Once it works? Somebody will yell at me. One of you guys yell at me once that time comes. I had updated LMU thinking maybe we'd fool around with that, but looks like we're not going to need to do that. I don't know. It can't be too much longer. This is kind of like normal time when it would pop up. So hopefully really, really soon. But I'm in demo right now, and then we're going to look at a couple things here, and then hopefully she comes up. All right. Let's see. Guess I should read the whole thing, huh? New features have been adding series-specific sporting regulations and branding. Provides a way to add a few additional real-world rules, pit stop procedures, or vehicle adjustments to an event, such as locking certain options, enabling different car configurations. Each event can have one set of regulations applied and will take effect on the relevant cars in the event. Select blah, blah, blah. Yes, get it. Series specific. Posteds. Okay. They don't play by the rules. Perfect. I always love this. I don't know. Maybe it's the boomer in me. I don't know. But it's like, holy shit, man. I love the humor. I love the humor. Like they were talking about the 10,000 gallons of paint ready to do Paul Ricard. Love it. All right. Blah, 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 blah. Season 3, a small number of official events will also support the use. Okay, so official. So IMSA Endurance. IMSA, of course, is all IMSA. I love how it's pretty much all IMSA. NEC, I do like that. I know that when the fueling is totally different, so that's pretty exciting. All right, special events. So IMSA, of course, and then of course IMSA, and then of course IMSA. IMSA, got it. All right. So let's look at the IMSA one. So IMSA vehicle branding where applicable, fuel service and tire services are completed simultaneously. So that's the same as before. Active vehicles for GT3, fantastic. All right, cool. So basically no change, right? That's what we had before. All right, NEC. Fuel and tire service are completed simultaneously. However, fuel service is at the substantially slower fuel rate of the Nürburgring pit lane fuel pumps, which is funny because it's like a legitimate, like, you know, traditional fuel pump that we use, which is pretty cool. I want to test that. I'll be very curious to see how that goes. It would be great for people like me that like to solo those races, to give you like a minute to pop up and hit a little pee break. Would be really nice. So there you go. DTM. All right. Fuel service, tire service are completed simultaneously. Additional crew are available for substantially faster tire changes. Okay. That's fascinating. So how much fuel you'll get will be much lower. Interesting. So just nothing. So global fuel service will be completed before tire service begins. So presumably this would affect races like Bathurst, I guess. I don't know if this one's not in there. Jesus, how many freaking things are there? It would be useful if... Oh, just no TC. Okay. Never mind. God damn, you're gonna have to like bookmark this and figure out like which one you use. I assume, I mean, for me, it's going to be basically these three. And even really just these two mostly. And almost always just IMSA. Before tire service begins. I wonder what other races that would be. Set it right there. Global non-IMSA branded race. Fuel. Yeah, right. Which is cool, but like, how many races can you even think of that aren't that? Right? Like, I mean, so Bathurst would be one. NEC has its own rule, so Nürburgring 24 is covered by that. So that's cool that it's different. The pit stops will be much longer. Man, all of our spreadsheets are going to have to update. That sucks. Any non-IMSA endurance race, presumably. Okay, so maybe like the 3-hour GT3 endurance races will be covered by this. That's fascinating. Huh. And I wonder about like Global Endurance Tour. You know? Global Endurance Tour. Is it global? Or is it IMSA? Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I guess we'll see. Maybe it's part of the the season schedule. Let's take a gander. All right, where is Global Endurance Tour? GT Endurance Series. So these are 180 minutes. Okay, so these are the 3-hour races. Team racing. I don't see it anywhere. So these are all the cars. It doesn't specify the rule set. Unless it's like right in my face and I'm missing it. Class D, Pro, blah, blah, blah. Team racing, times, entries, drops, penalties, DQs. Doesn't specify what rule set. Rain, none, rolling start, cautions, drivers, fair share, declare them, scrutinies, fine. Yeah, so it's not specified there. That would make sense. I mean, that would make sense. I would assume that the GT Endurance 3-hour races would run under global, which means what, tires happen first? Is that how we saw it? Fuel first, tires second. Okay, right. That makes more sense. So yeah, fuel first, tires second. That's actually really interesting. Man, it kind of, you know, kind of sucks that IMSA lets you do both. I'm trying to think. Most of the races I do are IMSA related. So yeah, I guess the 6-hour, I guess this season, they're 24-hour races. The global endurance stuff. Presumably then fuel will go, then tires will go. So really, the special events like Watkins, Road America, Petite, Daytona, Sebring, those are IMSA events. Bathurst is not, so you would think that would go, you know, separate. NEC has its own thing. Those go together, but the fuel's really, really slow, which makes sense. I like how they did this. I gotta be honest, man. Good job, iRacing. I like how they did this. Instead of just saying like, hey, for everybody, we're gonna make it so that they go at separate times or whatever. They went through and made this whole system where you basically have an option or have like a system specific to the series. I wonder how far they're going to take that, because it's regulations as well. So there's, I guess you could do anything at some point. That's very cool. Oh, here we go. They kind of outline it here. So IMSA Endurance. Yes, all that makes sense. Oh, they didn't call it out. Okay. It would have been cool to see, like, for the official series, like, you know, GT3 Endurance, Global Endurance Tour, use the global rule set. Okay, so I guess they're probably saying, like, it's global unless otherwise specified that it's series specific. It's probably in here that I didn't read it. That's my guess. That would make sense. Very cool. It's unfortunate that, you know, the one that I think most people do, which is the IMSA stuff, is basically unaffected. That would be nice. But yeah. All right. Filtering and racing just one static function on the official series page. What? Yeah, I didn't read any of this stuff yet. Installer, brand new installer. You love it. Anycast. I'm curious how that works. If it'll actually help people out. God, I can't read this whole thing. Is there anything in here? Though somebody will say this is the key takeaway. Holy shit. Let's see what the nerds here had to say. Fix the Sebring pit wall, realism restored. Yeah, so the bend's gone. Makes sense. Just got done working. Once these servers are up. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I hope it goes well for you. I hope it goes well for you. Hopefully it comes up soon. I don't know if this will just update or not. Maintenance mode. Okay. Guess we'll just leave that up. All right. Genuinely happy the Pontiac can be used. Jesus, who cares? Holy shit. Series specific regulations are crazy. Having GT3, a sports car series with simultaneous iron fuel service. What? That's how it is. What? Okay. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm going. Opens the skill gap significantly in endurance events. Abusing the tires will either force you to make them longer. I don't know, man. Look, we used to have it this way years ago. At the end of the day, people figure it out. I mean, I think it's a good thing, but I don't think it opens the skill gap significantly. That's for sure. But yeah. Oh yeah, it's true. Spot 24. Didn't think about that one. Spot 24 Bathurst. NERBS has its own thing, but yeah. Huh. Interesting. Rebinder buttons or not. Yeah, that, who knows. All right, so really nothing crazy. Oh yeah, start procedure is not in there, huh? To be fair. Yeah. Most likely be tested this season. Yeah, I'm really hopeful that it shows up in week 13. I really hope it's in week 13. I just want to see it. I want to try it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, cool. They did change some stuff in GT3. Let's look at that real fast. What are we driving? What's up, Peter? I've got the Porsche loaded right now, just kind of going through. I'm in demo. Still, the build's not up, so I'm in demo drive. Screwing around. Did you see also in League Primaries 3? Oh, interesting. That's cool. I didn't know that. What's up, Mike? All right. Drivetrain parameters for radiator cooling have been updated. That's weird. Drive parameters side-by-side racing have been adjusted. Interesting. So I wonder if now you're going to be able to like side draft and pull some air off somebody's car. I don't know, Dave. I mean, this is about the time. Maybe a little bit longer than a normal release. I think that's probably fair to say. But yeah, still in maintenance mode. Traction control has been updated significantly. I noticed that. This thing has been lighting up traction control like crazy. Parameters have been tuned using feedback from a real world professional GT driver, boys. PC setting range now determined by dry or wet. TC toggle may no longer be used above pit. What? May no longer be used above the pit lane speed limit. I'm not sure what that even means. ABS has gotten touched. Don't care too much about that. Fucking, I hate that they added drag to my car. It pisses me off. I'm not even gonna lie. Well, let's find the Porsche. The Corvette's gotten a little bit of love. A little faster. Little drag. Don't love that. Let's see. The Porsche. Where's the Porsche? There she is. So they added drag. That sucks. Updated the rub block collision hull positions to correct the ride height sensor. What the fuck does that mean? What? All right. Look, when I don't know things these days, I just go talk to my best friend. What the hell does this mean? Let's see. Oh, God, this shit gets on my nerves. All right, this is Pete. All right, summarize this shit. Make it easier. They fixed the bug where the car's bottom was physically hitting the track, which was throwing off the car's digital ride height readings. Oh, skid. Okay. Okay. Rub blocks. If you said skid plank, I would know exactly what they're talking about. That makes more sense. Okay. Fascinating. Developers realized the invisible collision hole for those rub blocks was slightly out of place. Probably too low. Physics engine. Oh, something sooner. Oh. I wonder if this is going to make us faster. Wait, hold on. Bear with me. Bear with me. Hold on. Wait a second. Updated to correct the ride height sensor. So it's not saying whether it's too high or too low. Presumably, it would make us faster either way, right? So, all right, let's say it was too low. That means it's hitting the ground and therefore you're losing speed, right? If it's too high, you're also losing speed because center of gravity, air, shit. Just tell me this is going to make you faster. Just tell me I don't have to be upset about the fact. So maybe that's why they added drag. Oh, it would be nice if they had said aerodynamic drag has been increased as a result, or you know what I mean? But I don't know. The fact that these two are they could be related, don't you think? I'll cope with that for a while. Oh man. The feet are better. I would say definitely making progress. I've been wearing slides around the house for the last like 2 weeks or so because I got new shoes. Shoes are great, but I don't really wear them a ton because I'm in the house most of the time. So been wearing those as much as I can and then wearing the slides the rest of the time. Definitely making progress. Not great, but better than I was a little bit. M2, dude, the M2, when I saw the dash for that thing, I was blown away. I can't believe it seems crazy that they would have a race car that has that much digital dash going on. It feels like a new Mercedes or something. It's got screens on screens on screens on screens. Seemed like too much for me. A real world driver means don't pork. I don't know, man. I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to find out, Dave. I hope they didn't just neuter my car. I feel like for the last year and a half, we've had the Mustang be the meta car. It has just been the best car almost everywhere for literally a year and a half. I think it got knocked down for about a month, maybe a month, maybe a little bit longer than a month. The Porsche was actually good for a change. and then they added drag. God damn it. We'll see. I'm holding out hope. All right, track and figs, cool. Just trying to think of some of the tracks I care about. Yeah, Daytona. Fix an issue where users only receive a drive-through penalty when bypassing the field. Wait, what? Would only receive a drive-through penalty when bypassing the infield on their pit outlap? Oh, I guess they just made it more of a penalty. Trimmed a grass edge that was mismatched with a newer tire barrier. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. What else we got? Long Beach, slowdown penalty for cutting turn 5 has been increased. Tire barrier in turn 5 is no longer an insubstantial object. Okay, I love that. Speed tree colorization has been updated for local forestry accuracy. All right. Track limits. Naval base. It's going to be fascinating. Pit wall's been updated and straightened to match. Okay. Asphalt textures have been updated. Hauler textures. Cool. Watkins. Pit crew characters now appropriately utilize the correct wall heights for their animation. Okay. We don't have pit crews. I guess that's a NASCAR thing. Fully updated track. I don't even know if I'm going to buy it. I'll be honest with you. So I got to buy it, huh? That's funny. All right. We're getting there yet? Maintenance mode. No. Let's go. I'm going to guess that means we're good. Come on, something. Come on, you guys got to tell me what's going on. Keep me up to date. Or did I just catch it that fast? All right, let's get some of this out of here. Says it's not, we're not in maintenance mode, but it also doesn't say that we're ripping yet either. Come on, computers. Let me in. I haven't looked at week 13. I don't really care much about week 13 stuff, to be honest with you. I just want to get a little bit of preparation done for next week. Holy shit. I don't know why it doesn't remember this. So yeah, we've got, what do we have going on? Watkins Glen 6 hours next weekend. It looks like we're going to have one team of 3. So that'll be fun. What else is coming up? So Elbows Out. I don't remember how many races they've had in the past, like 8 or 9 races, I think, per season. I think this season they're going to basically run the whole season. So I think it's going to be a 12-week season. So we'll be right back at it. We're off this week, but we're back at it next week at Watkins Glen. So that'll be cool. Jump right back into league racing. So yeah, I need to prep a little bit. I need to pick a car for Elbows Out, and then I need to do some work at Watkins to provide input on what we should drive as a team. Go from there. So I guess I need to go test everything at Watkins Glen. But shit, right now, man, I need to get a feel for the cars, like purely for Elbows Out racing. Yeah, it might be this is not maintenance mode anymore. Oop, I got a lot of stuff is down though. Just let it spin for a bit, I guess. Maybe they unleashed the beast and all of a sudden it died. Not the stat services. No. Damn. Result processing, though. That's the one. This is just update on its own, I would assume. It's now live. It says it's live. Probably going to go into maintenance mode real fast is my guess. The whole licensing thing, I don't really roll with. It's live, except you can't log in. All the APIs blew up. Oh, there it is. She's working. All right, what are we doing, boys? Oh, choose my discipline. I think I'm gonna go sports cars. I think that works. Wait, what? Show. Hold. I clicked. Don't show me. Show me either one of them. Oh, you can click. Oh, sweet. Boom, boom. Nothing works. What do you click next? Eligibles. Nope. Recommended. Nope. Eligible. Nope. Recommended. Nope. All right. We're going to try it again. Oh my God. Computers are hard, man. Computers are hard. Oh, what's happening in the world of sports? My Nationals won last night. That was actually pretty awesome. They ended up coming back in the top of the ninth inning. Love to see it. Click. Where's the box score? Can't show that. Can't show that on the internet. Yeah. Top of the ninth. They scored 3 runs to win 4-3. You'll love to see it. Game was actually awesome. It was a great game. All right. Come on, iRacing. Servers. Let's go. I want to race some cars. Anything you guys are super excited about in this release? Or pretty meh? I like some of the quality of life stuff. I'm a big fan of all that. Give me more quality of life and less content. All right. Don't ask me to pick my favorite race cars anymore, okay? I like them all. Let me just get in there. Official. Fuck. All right. Does that work? No. Why is this not working? TrackMax is pretty good. I was using it in demo drive. It was working well. What is this doing? I can't like, no matter what I click, it's just like, no, sorry, sir. You're stuck here. This one? No. I don't know. Maybe I'll just hold on to it for a second. Maybe I clicked it and it's slow loading in the background. Yeah, the track map was good, man. I feel like I don't really know what I would do with it. You know, I have it up here mostly because I just needed something to fill the space on the fourth monitor, quite honestly. I use it for, I'm in like a NASCAR race or IndyCar race or something where there's pit stops to know like how far away or, people, how long can I sit in the pits? But I almost never use it in a sports car race outside of maybe the start. But I don't, I guess some people would say, oh, we use it to get a feel for like how far away people are. Yeah, that was what was happening. For like a pit stop or something. And it's like, truth be told, I don't use it for that. Let's go. We want to be unranked. Wait, what? Did I give it anything? Ranked. I don't want to see ranked. Match all tags. Got it. Eligible and unranked. That's all I want to see. So how much other shit is on here? How much ranked stuff do they have? Holy shit. God, y'all are crazy. Who's actually doing this? These are ranked races? Dude, what a terrible idea. What a terrible idea. I feel like if you're going to give people the ability to tank their ratings, just don't make it a week 13. Wow, that's unfortunate. Okay, let's see. What can we do? Of course. Oh, that's. Are there literally no GT3 unranked? The fuck? Seriously? What? Hold please. Hold please. Unranked. Do they not have sports car? And it was on IMSA. What the fuck is going on here? I'm so confused. All right. Normally I just have it like this. Cool. If I want to do GT3, I have 2 ranked options. What? So there's no unranked GT3 series this week? What a fucking joke. So you have to race with psychos. Results affect your A license. And everybody's going to drive like a complete psychopath. 15-minute races at Spa. That should go horrible. Ain't no way, man. No way. I'm not sure what to do here. This really sucks. I'm like, oh yeah, it'll be fun. They have some like unofficial stuff, you know? Dirt Oval AI added. I think, yeah, I think it was. I think that was part of the forum update. If you go back and look at the dev blog, I'm pretty sure that was part of it, yeah. This is crazy. So sports cars, these are all ranked. That's unranked, that's unranked. But it's GT4, Super Formula Lights, Euro NASCAR. That's ranked. Ranked. The brand new car ranked. What the hell is going on? Ranked. It's all ranked. That's terrible. That's terrible. Yeah, you're welcome, buddy. Okay, well, stupid. I guess I'll just run some laps. Fill the server up real fast. I am curious about the Corvette. Not gonna lie. I gotta pick a car for next season. And as soon as I saw that they were gonna make the Corvette a little bit faster, I thought, uh-oh. Is it finally time to go back? Posteds, true. That's crazy. People shouldn't have to spend money to make a freaking server. It's like most of the series are ranked on week 13. What the fuck? Didn't really seem like it. There was a couple things. Here, let me show you actually. Here's a couple. This is a BOP summary that they posted. So a little bit of power for the Vet, a little bit of power for the McLaren, but they also increased the drag in both, I think, to compensate. A little bit better on the fuel economy to compensate. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what that means, you know? And then they hit my Porsche, unfortunately. So this is pretty much all they've said in terms of like performance changes. Like using the Lambo. I don't know what the main differences are for GT3. Just started running them. Yeah, Lambo's hard to drive. I drove that car for about half a season a year ago. No, something like that. And I enjoy it. It's a fun car. Very challenging to drive. Like to drive fast, you know. All right, actually, let me see. How much wang did it have? 9 degrees of wang. Just curious. Like the McLaren. Yeah. Yeah, McLaren's a good car. I think it only got better. See if it still sounds like a Dyson. Yep. So unfortunate. I'm going to keep this fuel and track map stuff up, mostly just so you guys can see it. But I will be getting rid of it very, very soon. Also hate that these damn bars are still here. Go, Ray. Oh man, yeah. If you can keep yourself clean in that race, you gain a ton of safety rating. And generally I rating too. That's a tough car to drive around there quickly. Oh shit, way too far. Oh my god, really? At least it sounds like I'm going fast. Wish I had a car, like a really good reference lap. That's what I need to do. Maybe I'll just jump into Watkins Glen, try to recreate track session from like a recent race there and try to compare lap times. God, it's so distracting having that fuel calculator right there. I'm gonna have it up. I'm just gonna have it on one of my side monitors. Move fast, but I got some seat time. Watkins Glen 6. Running that with the brother. Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, I was just talking about that with my teammates today. Trying to get our minds right for that race. Plan to keep using Race Labs. Higher evidence this month. Don't think I need it. So for me, the only reason I use Race Lab is because of streaming. If I wasn't streaming, I would not use it. I don't have any use for it. I don't see it at all on my side. It's literally just browser sources for streams. So yeah, I will continue to use it because I still need that data for my stream. But that's really it. Get rid of it, it's fine. Get rid of what? Are you talking to him, not me? God. Ooh, a little stutter.
Thank you.
Alright, that looks the same. Yeah, Toe. It took a little while to get everything going, but once I got it going, it was fine. I didn't have any issues loading into the session. Yeah, I even asked the iRacing guys about, with all these widgets, like, it just seems very natural to think that at some point they're going to enable these widgets to be used as browser sources. So Greg in the development thread replied directly to me and said that yes, in fact, that's how a lot of the developers at iRacing are using those widgets. So I was like, oh. And he said nothing's imminent, which means 2 years from now it'll be a browser source. But the fact that it's already there, that they're using it that way, is definitely pretty positive for my use case, but I imagine that's a pretty small number of people.
17.71.
Gotta remember, I have so much wing, I should be going harder. Let's see what the other ones look like. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's a better that we get away from overlays and use some of these widgets. And I'm surprised, honestly, how detailed the fuel calculator is. What I'm really curious is is there any overlap with like the auto fuel? I need to figure that out, I guess. This thing feels good. No idea if it's quick. Feels good though. Yeah, servers are back up. Yeah, I'm just curious if, like, the fuel calculator presumably is feeding the information to the auto fuel. Otherwise, like, what the hell's the point, right? I guess you could do it manually, but... Pitted lap more from about competitors. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that to me is like a standings feature, right? And if you've noticed, they haven't released a widget for that yet, but presumably that's coming. I mean, of all the overlays that people use, I feel like two of the biggest ones are standings and relative. And standings we don't have yet. I feel like that's inevitable. And that has the room for lots of information. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out if it's good. Hard to say. And unfortunately, it's only so useful in a practice session, so... That bus, the slow drivers looking to hook up faster. I am so confused by that statement. I'm gonna need more information, sir. Well, the fixed setup historically at Spa uses way too much wing. Like, this is 9.5 degrees of wing. It would be significantly lower than that if it were an open set. Might have sounded funnier. True. I don't even know what you said. Or meant, I guess. Yeah, this has way too much wing. Like, this is super comfy driving out of this corner. Normally, it'd be like on a knife edge. Oh! Way too much. I always enjoy driving this car. Why don't I drive it more often? Standing is relative track map and fuel. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you just think about what's on my overlays for my stream, that's pretty much all I need. Chris. Oh. What's that dude's name? Hanson? Have an awesome stream. Appreciate you. I think I must have never done a fixed race at Spa. Yeah, it's like track dependent. Because they don't always do that. Like at Daytona or some, they actually have like decent fixed setups, things like that. It really does depend on the track. It feels too good. Too good. You have to compare the new with just a race labs like the modern. Yeah, I do too, actually. That's why I've stuck with Race Lab, to be honest. I don't, like I said, I don't see them. But when I go back and look at my stream, I just always like the way that it looks with the Race Lab stuff versus iOverlay or any of the others. That's why I've always kept it. Pushing a little too hard. Vet the new meta? Wouldn't that be nice? I feel like it deserves some time. I think it really does. I mean, ever since it came out, it was never the car for any more than maybe a week. I think there was a Daytona 24 like 2 years ago. It was the car during the IMSA week, and then by the Wednesday bop, they put it into the ground. But the freaking Mustang, man. A year and a half of that. But no vet love. Yeah, it's clean. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I actually like the older look of Race Lab, like the one that I use, versus the newer ones available. Personally. A little faster.
16.72. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Oh. I don't even care if it sounds like shit. I just want it to be fast. Too early. I do a little bit of oval, mostly Draft Masters, because it's just fun. I always do the Daytona 500 and then the Indy 500 every year. But I'll do some oval stuff from time to time, but almost always GT3 otherwise. That's definitely my jam. Totally blew that whole sequence. Yeah, it's funny, my background is Formula. I did skippies for years, like literally years, and then F4, and then F3, and then at some point in there with F3 I moved over to doing GT3, predominantly for special events. So yeah, a lot of Formula experience. It's been a while. If I tried to do it these days, I'm sure I would be a disaster. Peak up realist? No. I enjoyed the peak up when the refresh happened. The bouncing stuff was really annoying. Like it hurt my hands. And then it was also like, I don't know if it's because it's C license or what. People are just psychos. And yeah, kind of quickly found I don't want to spend my time in there. I do really enjoy multi-class as well. I think it adds a really interesting dynamic to the races. Sometimes it sucks for you, and sometimes it's great for you. I've just kind of learned to roll with the punches and just do my thing. So yeah, I pretty much stick to IMSA, unless it's just a terrible week, and I might dabble in GT3 only, or I like to end a lot of stream nights doing like a Draft Masters race or something. Those are a good time too, if you know what you're doing. Struggling in F4, keep getting crashed into. Yeah, I mean that's an iRacing / internet racing problem, compounded by the fact that, you know, driving an open wheel car, any little contact is a problem. So, unfortunately, not too much you can do there. You just keep working at it, and eventually you'll learn how to dodge those a little bit better. You'll find more pace to not be in those situations. You'll find yourself in better splits. I mean, and that doesn't sound like a... It's not simple. The answer's not simple on how to avoid or get out of that situation. It's honestly just spend more time doing it. You'll get better at it. Learn how to avoid it. Eventually get yourself to a place where you're not in those lower splits maybe, or whatever it is specifically. But yeah, kind of part of the deal. Everybody kind of had to go through it and do it. Let's see how this car feels. A little bit of time on them, on the tires. 26-degree track. Best car for Spa, I don't know. My guess would be Ferrari, but I don't know. Ferrari has always been strong here, even before it was favorably bought, you know, a month and a half ago, whatever that was. I don't see why it would be any different. So it was already good, and then it got a really favorable bought. Peak up.
16.765.
Can't bump in an IndyCar. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if you could. Maybe not reliably. Can't bring myself to even buy the car. Here's roll the punches. Yeah, I mean, I hate that that's the truth, but honestly, man, if you just kind of internalize that feeling, you will be... It will pay. It will pay off in a lot of ways. Not really going through there very well. I desperately need to move this fuel calculator. I just wanted there so you guys can see it. I need to go do some practice at Watkins. Hopefully I have a couple setups for Watkins. We were just there, weren't we? I should. Ready to go to B class, do IMSA. Yeah, IMSA's A. Yep, endurance. I think those endurance, are they B or C? I forget. State you live in? Yeah, I'm in Virginia. America. Falling off here a little bit. That's okay. I thought so. I guess everybody left to go do the race. You can imagine. You're not going to find me in an official race this week. Don't worry. Sorry, entertainment value low, but I'm not crazy. Not great. Dang it. Nice. Well, I'll tell you, man, the Corvette feels really, really good. I tell you, I feel like I do this every time the season comes out. It's like the first car I get into. Totally butchered that. And I'm like, oh man, it feels so good. I should drive it. And then I don't. Yeah, so the problem is, I was just looking, it's like they're all ranked. There are very few unranked series this week. The GT3 series is ranked, which is insane. 15-minute races at Spa. That should go super well. I bet half the people that just joined that race don't even realize it's actually ranked. Oh, just missed it.
16.82.
Yeah, I'll show you. I mean, it's like almost nothing. It's crazy. GT3 National Series. Let's be. Oh, okay. The regionals. Yeah, yeah. I got you. Hey, if we could say anything, though, about this car and our livery, she looked good. Damn, she looked good. Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake. Yeah, Greg, it's smart advice or smart opinion. Don't do officials this week. Then go back to the Burke. Yeah. Yeah, JR. Yeah, yeah. As far as I can tell, I drove this car 2 seasons in a row when it first came out, but I haven't driven it much since. So take that for what it is. Gonna do some time trials. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. 1.29, 8 hours to get over to. Shit, brother, you're in trouble. That's not a great place to be. Don't know how people are doing 216s with this setup. I think it also has something to do with track temps. You can see the fastest guys in here. I don't know, is my standing showing? Yeah, so the fastest guys too are in like the front engine stuff. A lot of Ferraris, not surprising. Gonna practice the LMP2 this week. Thinking of maybe trying to do some full IMSA season with it. Yeah, now's as good a time as any, that's for sure. Gonna practice LMP2. Been doing a bunch of AI races at Watkins. Yeah, I think I'm gonna jump into Watkins next. I just need to get some I need to get some practice. Need to get a little bit of practice and need to find a little bit of confidence in a car choice there. Oh, no, no, no. You're not going to find me driving the LMP2. Or at least not on a regular basis. Any C-Class sports car ranked? Oh, I'm sure they all are. Let's find out. C-Class rank. Yeah, so GT3. So GT3 is C-Class and it's ranked. Should go super well. What we should do is load into one of the sessions and watch the chaos. I don't know. I don't want to do that. Sounds terrible. Yeah, so yeah, sorry if I jumped away from it too fast, but yeah, you can go spend your time there and do that. That is, yeah, sports cars, and that's everything this week. All sports cars right here this week. So yeah, you could jump right on in there and get it. I don't know. Doesn't show much past that. I don't have the week 13 schedule either. Is this it? Season schedule? current. Yeah. Let's see. Too much, too much. Sports cars. GT3 fixed. So is it just every day? Petersburg? Is that how that's going to work? So tonight at like whatever time it'll go there? I don't know. What a disaster. I kind of hate how this works, I'll be honest. No incident. It does say official though, doesn't it? Or am I crazy? I don't know. Too much for me. 53-degree track temp at Watkins. You should leave. You should get out of there quickly. Yeah. Spa's one of those tracks. I feel like it's easy to grasp, very hard to master. I guess that's pretty true with anything, but all right, let's go. Let's try to figure out what the conditions might be like for this special event. Yeah. Guess they're not going to tell me that, are they? Are the special events in the calendar themselves? Or no? Sports car. Yeah. Dirt road unranked. No. No. All right. Let's look at, maybe it'll have, just do the IMSA series. That looks right. The 20th. So let's go back. So we'll go June 20. The race starts at 10 a.m. So let's do like 10:30. That's roughly race start. So they're doing noon for the official race. We'll just do 10:30. 82 degrees. All right, it's got 81. It's pretty close. I do want to start with 50%. Let's just do clean track. We'll go fast. No rain. 50% fuel. Leave it as such. I hope I have setups. Set this to none. All right. Yeah, I don't. Week 13. I've never been a fan of week 13 anyway, but I definitely don't think it having 15-minute official races makes it better. I think that's an easy statement to make. I don't know. Just seems crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't mess with it. Some seasons I'll get excited. I'm like, oh, let's go do some week 13 stuff as soon as, the servers come up. And then people are ping ponging off you like psychopaths. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. This is why I don't do this. And then I don't for the rest of the week. PDF should be on the forums. I would think it's under staff announcements if they posted it. Release notes. Preliminary schedule. Yeah, you can find it there. Timed out opening communications channel. Okay. Let's try it again. I hope you saved all my stuff. Good. Let's go. One more time. No problem, brother. I mean, back in the day, there was literally nothing in week 13. Yeah, and I would be fine with that, to be honest. I think it's a good time to do this sort of stuff. You know, do some tests. I think it'd have been awesome if they had an IMSA series so that we could test the start procedure. I haven't seen anything about that. I don't know if it was noted in the release notes or what. I don't know. I just kind of assume iRacing is not great about development speed. That's not like one of their strengths, I would say. And so anytime they start with, hey, just want to talk about this, there's a chance it might slip. I'm just going to assume it's going to slip. Like every time. And if it doesn't, I'm surprised. And if it does, I'm not. It's just expectations. So when they started with, hey, we want to talk about this release procedure thing, we're talking about doing the procedures and stuff. I'm like, cool. I'm glad that y'all are talking about it and you're working on it, but I don't anticipate it being ready in a week. So, and it's another thing, like just how development works. I mean, we're talking about it's in the release notes or it's in the dev blog, and we're talking about 2 weeks before the release comes out. Like, if it's not ready, you know, with 2 weeks to go, and they've been working on it for like 2-3 months, it's not going to be ready. And that just is what it is, you know. All right, let's give this another shot. 15 minutes is ridiculous. Yeah, it just, I mean, my God, how many laps around Spa will we even get? Like 6 or 7? Sorry. All eyes around the world to get the husbands off the sim for a week. Yeah, right. Damn, what a question. Damn. I mean, it has to be the race start procedures, right? That's a great question. I'm not sure when is the release date for Grand Theft Auto 6. So basically, you're saying, are they going to release it season 4, which should be sometime, I think, what, September timeframe? September, October? Like early October? So it either comes out in the next release or GTA beats it. But GTA is going to get, GTA is definitely going to get delayed again. There's no way they're going to actually release that game at the end of this year. Mid-late November. Yeah, I would assume that the race procedure will come out first, but the fact that I even have to think about that tells you everything. that's terrible. Oh man. All right, let's see. So yeah, week 12 is September 1st. So actually, yeah, that's like mid-September you're talking about for season 4 to start. So yeah, you're basically asking, will it come out at the start of this season or season 4 or not? My guess would be yes, but I wouldn't be completely shocked if it didn't, which is unfortunate. All right, come on, have it all set. Still set to June 20th, so that's positive. Whatever, just click. Can't do it. Weather forecast. Okay. We'll wait for the weather forecast. Yeah, it's a good point. We've been waiting for that game for like, God, more than 10 years. When did Grand Theft Auto 5 come out? It must have been, I know it was before 2015 because I was playing it when I was at my old company and I left there at the very beginning of 2015. So it must have been like 2013-ish, something like that. I remember playing it back then. 2013, 2014. Oh man, they're not having a great first go at this, are they? Gonna start and stop the process. September of 2013. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. I'd look at it like I'm not playing it when it comes out anyway because I don't have a console. I'm not going to buy it for that. So I'll just wait, I'll wait for it to come out on PC and I'll play it. I haven't heard anything else about the multiple pace cars. I'm assuming that it got delayed. Yeah, I don't know, Mike. Maybe. If iRacing doesn't drop NASCAR IndyCar around the same time as GTA. Oh, that's a good point. They will, most likely. I feel like that game comes out end of the year. So yeah, I think that's when GTA is supposed to come out right now. I was a young man back then. Shit. It was 13 years ago. God damn. Wow. Yeah, I was 30 when that came out. Shit. Or I was 31. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good point, JR. I mean, that's super normal, especially for a game like GTA 6. When is it supposed to come out? November. Yeah, I love this. Oh, I thought they were saying it's widely expected to actually come out 2027. There's no way. Yeah, it was May. I mean, so this was May of 2025. They're like, hey, it's coming out May 2026. We're really sorry, guys. It's going to come out May 2026. Well, now it's November 2026. I would put money. I would put money on it that it comes out in spring of 27. That's my guess. But who knows? Those games are going to get a large challenge if people really can afford to buy 270 games. Yeah, yeah. True. I saw a little bit today on YouTube. I guess Xbox just had some kind of event where they were showing off games. It's really unfortunate because it's like the only games that even remotely have interest for me are the games where it's like the fifth version of the same franchise. So like Gears of War, I saw that. I was like, ooh, that looks cool. And then I saw what was the other one? Shit. Oh, the Doom game. I was like, ooh, that looks cool. Everything else is like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. No thanks. No thanks. But yeah, if they released a new Halo game or something, I would totally play it. When I was playing GTA 4, I'd lose days locked in all this stuff. Yeah. God, I don't remember those very well. I remember playing the original GTA on PlayStation back before it was anything like it is today. I did hit the button, so I'm just gonna not click anything and hope it does what I want it to do. Yeah, I just don't. It's funny. I don't really play games much anymore, and I haven't for a long time. I'm trying to think. Oh, well, okay. I guess I do. I'm not currently playing, but I've played a lot of World of Warcraft. Yes, that's a video game. I don't know. I don't think about it the same way. It's like how I don't think about iRacing as a video game. I think about it like it's a hobby or something. I don't know. Clearly, it's a video game. It uses DirectX, but, but like I think about it differently than like your average Halo release or Gears of War release or something. I think about them just very differently. All right, yeah, this they're struggling. Server's getting hammered today. Came home from work. The bar was home at 4 a.m. Got on. Next minute, my phone ran at 3 p.m. Holy shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think. I mean, I've been playing Forza Horizon 6 a little bit, so that's been fun. But I feel like that's the first game I've used the Xbox controller on. I actually bought this Xbox controller literally to play Forza Horizon 6. So yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't play a lot of video games anymore. I realize it's incredibly ironic as I sit here and play this video game in front of you. Yeah. All right. I don't have a Watkins setup. That's not good. Should be able to get one from VRS, right? Status is ended. They kicked me out. What is all this shit? Season 2. Weren't we just at Watkins? No. Okay. How can I find a data pack? I believe that they are. All right. Watkins Glen. Wait, what? Oh. Watkins Glen Cup. No, I don't want Cup. Oh, shit. How do I find what I'm looking for? Close data packs. I just want something. I thought they were just here. Excuse me. Season 1. I don't know how best to use this tool anymore. Is it classic? No, just boot, right? The Porsche must have been here. There we go. Cool. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Watkins R1. I'm confused. I already have this plan. Oh, for fuck's sake. Not logged in. How am I not logged in on this machine? Come on. Okay. Whew. Too much work. Setups. Yay, found it. Now I gotta go do that for every car I want to test. Fuck. All right, are y'all gonna be okay if I get rid of some of this stuff? I'll put the track map just over here for me. And I'll put the fuel calculator out of the way for me. Sorry if y'all are like, if you really want to see those, just yell at me and I'll bring them back. I don't normally use them. The only reason I put them up there is because it's new and people probably want to see them. So if you really want to see it, let me know. I'll find a place for it. It's not super annoying. Not racing games per yeah. I'm playing Half-Life 2. Oh, it's funny you say that, man. I actually downloaded. I hate to say it out loud. I've never played Half-Life 2. Sorry, it's just true. I own it. I have it on Steam. I've never played it. So I downloaded it. I've been meaning to get into it, but just haven't had time. iRacing ain't no game, it's a way of life. Amen, brother. Too much exercise while sim racing to lump at the regular games. True, true. Oh, I bet it has, man. Alright, kind of show off your screen. Alright. So I have not been here since they made changes to the bus stop. Makes you okay. It does make me feel better, thank you. I am noticing that traction control is activating much more often than I'm used to. Floating. New cones? What was that, like a restart zone or something in NASCAR? What's different with GT3s? Nothing. I'm kind of doing this for two reasons. One, we need to pick a car for Watkins Glen 6, and then also need to pick a car for Elba's out for the season. So just playing around with the different cars. That's off track. I have no idea what is and is not an off track right there. So learn that on the fly. So yeah, nothing in particular. Man, a lot of rotation. Oh yeah, no problem. Just Mustang right away. Love it. I'm pretty much one trick pony. I like to just drive the Porsche all the time. It's like my default. I just always default to the Porsche, and then every once in a while I'll catch a wild hair and think, oh, it'll be fun, let's try something else. And I do. Like, I've driven the Mustang for a season, I've driven the Merc for a season, I drove the Corvette for 2 seasons when it first came out. I think pretty much every other time it's Porsche. God, this thing feels bloated. So yeah, I'm just really comfortable with this car. It's always been, just kind of always been the one that I gravitate to. What else did I do? I did the Lambo for like half a season before I just gave up on it. It was just too much. Too hard to drive at the limit for me, or my limit, or whatever. One thing that's challenging for me is, like, I like to do leagues, so... Okay, that was not an off track, good to know. So with leagues, it's like, it's so competitive. Like, you start to feel the difference, you know, in the bop. Or you start to feel when you're not able to drive it, like, at your max. You start to feel that in a way that maybe isn't as present in an official race. And, it's hard to just sit back and accept that, for me at least. So I'm driving a season in the Lambo and I know I'd be faster in the Porsche, and it's like, such a switch. I mean, the Lambo is a really good car if you can figure out how to drive it well. It's generally pretty good, especially at like a street circuit. I mean, it's known for Long Beach, kind of infinite. It's kind of infamous there, but generally speaking, it's a pretty good car. It's not going to be great at places like Spa, Daytona. I mean, it's definitely got its uses. I haven't raced in about a week. So it does feel floaty to me. More so than a Porsche normally does. Yeah, some leagues are pretty chill, or I'd say most leagues that I'm aware of are pretty chill with participation requirements, you know? Those leagues are just happy to have people show up. So I would find one that you like and just go. Be there when you can, you know? Definitely feels different. Hard to explain. Like, why am I so hot in there? I've done that every time, not to that extreme. I feel like I've gone way too hot into turn 7, like, every time. I wonder if that has something to do with the ABS stuff they were talking about. I don't know what else it would be. Maybe my car's not scratching the ground anymore. Rubbing the plank too thin. Same here. I felt like I was going too hot every time. It's better. How many cars drive?
44.53.
Yeah. You'll be surprised how good you get over time, you know? Just sticking with something by itself naturally just improve. I feel like they made the mirror smaller. I'm not gonna be able to prove that. I feel like they did. Old lady limits my time. Okay. Well, you can barter, you know? A little bit of bartering goes a long way. And also, maybe, you know, kids, I don't know your situation, but I know for me, I have older kids, so it makes it a lot easier to have sim time. All right, that was better. Weird. My set, maybe set up, oh yeah, for sure. Could be, it just feels really floaty, it's hard to describe. I mean, I was driving it at Sebring a little bit in test drive, but I wasn't even really trying. I was just messing around. Need more brake there. What's up, Jason? How you doing, buddy?
44.569.
Is the car or Simucube tuner update to your pedals or wheelbase? I wouldn't think so. I did update all that stuff. I don't know how long ago that was. A week, 2 weeks ago? But I've done at least one league race with it. I did notice a little bit of a difference, to be honest, but I don't know. This just feels super floaty. You'd appreciate it. I was just driving the Corvette at Spa. Felt great. I mean, it felt like normal Corvette. It felt good. This feels like you can get it to turn a little bit more. So, Kaiser? Yeah, I wouldn't normally, you know me, I wouldn't normally stream this time of day. It's just new release. Also, my my business co-founder buddy is on vacation, so like I'm kind of also on vacation as a result. It's just the two of us. So I don't know, I kind of need to work with him on some stuff before I can make too much progress. So I'm kind of laying low anyway, but yeah. You can resize the mirror. Yeah, I know you can drag it now.
44.144. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Only 20. Yeah. Oh man, if she's getting on you that early, y'all need to barter some time or something. Get her into the desperate house hookers of Orange County. You'll have all the sim time you could ever want. Take that to the bank. Doing tryouts tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna do it tonight. It'll maybe tonight or tomorrow night. My my wife and my oldest are out at orientation for his college stuff. They come back tonight, so probably not tonight, unless she's just absolutely exhausted and wants to go to bed early or something. Thought I'd break them up. Would I usually stream? That's a great question. So I'm East Coast US, so I don't know, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. It's mostly when I stream. I almost always do Wednesday nights because I do a league race. Not gonna be this week, but next week for sure. And then what I try to do is catch the first couple IMSA races of the week. So every Monday night, I forget when that is. I think it's like 8:45 is the first time slot right now because of the time change. So that's generally what I do, and then I just kind of fill in throughout the week. But it's almost always around that like 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern time.
44.115. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Damn it. Not quite getting that. Damn, dude. Did you say, hey man, did you slap the top of that Miata and say, I'll trade you? You should have. Get into Fortnite, see how long that lasts. There you go. Tell her, say, why don't you go ahead and like make some buildings and shit. I'm gonna go beat some people on the internet in a race car. It'll be great. Better. Better. I bet I'd be faster in a Corvette. That's awesome, teaser. Not sure what's up with the traction control. But it's definitely activating quite a bit more often than I'm used to. Go! Little push, little push. Can we do it?
44.012. Just set your fastest lap of the session.
I'm just trying to get into those 43s and try something else. Gotta get home. Stream. Oh yeah, man. Thanks for popping in, brother. I appreciate that. Thanks for subscribing. Always kind. I need to look at the rules tab and figure out how far you can go. $1.3 million, goddamn. It was a handful. At least I beat the time.
43.728. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Oh, man. Gotta see what y'all chatting about. Good grief. You definitely got to find a way to work that one out. Good Lord. Do the cars will to Shelby when he dies. Wait, what? Tell him my name is Shelby. And why wait for your death for me to enjoy your prized possession? That's crazy. Green though. Weird. My name is Shelby. here? No. Gonna make a couple notes for myself. All right. Do a couple more laps, y'all. See what the boys were talking about for cars. Where we at? Where we at? Test of the Aston Beamer. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a clue what's going to be fast here, man. You would think a lot of people are going to go with the Aston because historically that's kind of been the car around here, but I don't really know. I'm sure because yeah, he said he will die owning it. It will either go into Shelby Museum or they will restore and sell it. Jesus. He must be pretty old. How old are we talking? He's close to the door. I mean, where are we at here? He's got morals. Man, that's wild. Can't even imagine having something that's worth that much money, like sitting in my garage under a pile of cardboard boxes. That's crazy. You got to put that stuff to work, man. Got to get those dollars working for you. Let's see if anybody's left yet. No, I hear my other son is now home from work. Wait, what? He's still at work. Boy's just out there getting it. Oh, he's not. Yeah, okay. It's my daughter. Never mind. Never mind. All right, looks like my other two are on their way home. They have not gotten very far. Shit, they just left. Damn. Let's see how far away they are. Google Maps says 3 hours, 11 minutes. Shit. iRacing struggling today, man. Might have to call this. I don't want to sit here for an hour just trying to get this to work. Come on, iRacing. Get it together. Want to run a couple cars at Watkins. After a bunch of bank account for my last purchase, then it's time to start investing some money. Smart, man. I mean, literally $10, like anything, anything. The next time you're like, oh man, I want to go to Chick-fil-A. Be like, no, put that $10 into I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what to put it in, but put it in something low cost ETFs, mutual funds, and just watch it grow. I know I told you guys, actually, yeah, glad to talk about that. Is he there? For the thing to load, but yeah, I'm trying to drive. Just making sure you're good. Okay. Have fun. Peace out. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Let me tell you a quick story. Quick story. It'd be cool if iRacing did the thing in Quali where you can see if you set a purple set. True. So what did I tell you guys? I told you guys with my sons. I know. They both had like, I don't know, it was like I think one of them had like $600. One of them had like $500-ish in like you know, just a basic savings account, whatever. I don't even remember how they got it, to be quite honest with you. It was like gifts, you know, over the years, birthdays, whatever. We put money in there, whatever. They both have jobs, so they're technically allowed to invest in IRAs, even though the money that we put in there technically was not money they earned from income. Don't tell the IRS. But they've earned that much in their jobs, so I felt like it was close enough. So earlier this year, we got them IRAs, and one of them, I think we put in like literally right at $600. It was like $600.30 or something. I forget. But we did that, and we put it in. I think for him, I think it was VOO, so Vanguard. I think that's the one that tracks the S&P 500. I think, or maybe it's a total stock market. I don't remember, but we put it in one of those, right? And I don't remember exactly what month we did this, but it was probably February, maybe March, something like that. And right as soon, and you can see where this is going. If you follow the stock market at all between then and now, it dipped a little bit right at the start, and then it's gone crazy. So I think he has just under $700 in there. And so, yeah, the rate of return's just under 31%, which is like fucking crazy. So, yeah, I mean, the difference between $600 and, you know, I think it was 690, something like that. No, it's not crazy. It's not whatever. But for like 3 months of literally doing nothing, not contributing to it at all, like I showed them that, they were like, damn, that's actually a lot. And I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. 31% rate of return is insane. So yeah, I'm hopeful that little I did click the button, so I'm waiting for it to happen. I'm hoping that showing them that at their age, I'm hoping that does what I would like to see with them, and instill some sense of investing their money for the long term. So the way we've talked about this is like, money they'll never touch, for many, many years. Hopefully they'll contribute to, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I told them. I was like, imagine if it was $1 million in that account and it grew 31, and you made that much money in 3 months. Like, holy shit. Yeah. That's the conversation we had. But yeah. Yeah, to be like 16 and 18 and have IRAs with, a non-trivial amount of money in it, $600-700. I thought that was pretty cool. So hopefully they'll keep going. And they both kind of have asked, like, so can I contribute to that? And I'm like, just the fact that they even asked that question, I was like, God, thank you, Jesus. We're doing something right. They haven't contributed yet, but they at least have asked that question, and they've shown an interest in doing it because they like the idea of it growing. And I'm like, let's go. So yeah, definitely happy about that. But Coca-Cola was like, oh, I sure cooks up 40%. God damn, really? What's ASML? 80%? What in the fuck? Samsung. Yeah. What's the ticker? I don't even know what that is. Oh, semiconductors. Oh, okay. So 6 months. God damn. 60%. Jesus. That's crazy. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Wish my parents taught me anything about finances. Yeah, that's same situation here. My parents didn't really teach me anything about money. But same situation. I mean, my dad, yeah, neither of my parents have much money. So, and it's an interesting thing. I almost feel like it's a more relevant conversation when you don't have money. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's almost like I don't know. One of the EU machines from that's awesome. But yeah, same situation, Keezer. Family definitely did not have money. I was literally, and still am, the only person to graduate from college on either side of my family ever. I know on my mom's side that's true. My dad, I think there was one like distant cousin that went to college and graduated. Similar generation, maybe a generation prior, same generation. I think he was a couple removed. But yeah, it's still true. It's still true. I'm still the only one. But yeah, my mom basically forced me to go to school. And I think that's the only reason I did. Or certainly a huge reason as to why I did. But yeah, I mean, I had student loan, you know, same story as fucking everybody. Student loans did the thing. I've clicked this button a couple times. I think everything's just super delayed right now. But yeah, only one to do it, and it's just such a difference maker. When it comes to the finances stuff, though, we never talked about that, man. Like ever. And I don't know why, you know, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like, hey, I don't understand it, so I don't know what to teach you. Or, you know, we don't have money, so maybe we're ashamed to talk about it, or we don't want to, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the thought process is there. Or maybe it's as simple as like, yeah, I don't know, man, we got enough shit going on. This is not something we talk a whole lot about. I really don't know. But yeah, I don't know. You should have we fucked up. Please learn from our lessons. Yeah, for sure. Go to college. Went for about 1.5 years, dropped out. School wasn't for me. I have blue collar autism. Yeah, I would argue that school was never for me either, man. For me, it was one of those things like in high school, I barely got out of high school. I won't go too deep into that, but barely got out of high school. It's just one of those things. Like I just didn't like it. I didn't like being there. Where is it? Loop. I want to see this. I just didn't like it. Didn't like being there. Nothing interests me. Like when I was in school, you know, we didn't have computer science related things. So it was just kind of one of those like, you know, I didn't care about history, didn't care about any of the things. I gotta figure out how to get back to this. But yeah, once I got there and found something I was really passionate about, like everything changed. And then you realize like, oh, like, no, I'm not an idiot. I just don't like history. History's boring as fuck. And I want to do something more fun, you know? So that's kind of where it changed for me. That's for sure. Season 1. Watkins. And but yeah, prior to finding what I was passionate about, it was nothing good, man. Definitely nothing good. Just roll with that. But then thankfully I found that computers were for me. All right, let's rock it. Really need to start contributing for IRA again. I was going to do the high interest yields for kiddos. Is there an age limit to the IRA? So I don't know about the age limit part, but the unique thing about an IRA is that you have to have earned income. So effectively, they need to have a job. So if, like they're 10, obviously, no, but you know, once they hit 15, 16, 17, they start having any kind of income. That's when you can start to contribute to an IRA. So yeah, that's what I did for them. Yeah, the IRA is a tough one, man. I mean, you know, look, I'm no financial person, whatever, but I know at least as much as, you know, some of the psychos on YouTube, like that Caleb Hammer crazy person. Just, I mean, yeah, anyway. But yeah, you know, at the end of the day, like you want to start with your 401k, right? Certainly at an absolute minimum, assuming, you know, you can. If one's offered to you, you want to take advantage of it, and you want to use the match. At least get the free money from your employer if they offer anything like that. And then after that, it starts to get a little bit more difficult, whether it's an IRA or you fully max out a 401k. Just depends on situations, but yeah, with the kids, they just need to have some kind of earned income. And thankfully for both my sons, they work enough of a job where they've made enough money that it covers the money that we contributed from their old savings accounts. Like, I guess it's a turbo wine, right? To build a house, fish, fix anything. I'm good. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I think the other thing people don't think about when it comes to finances, it's more about spending than it is earning, right? If you don't try to live a lifestyle you can't afford, then you're going to be just fine. And people say this all the time, and it is unbelievably true. I fought it for a long time. It's like, as you increase your income over time, it's not increasing your lifestyle to keep up with it. You can avoid that trap, you're going to be in a really great position. Hard to do. A lot harder to do than it is to say, for sure. I feel so numb. How come this weekend out of room by the time I signed up? Red Bull Ring in July? Damn, that's cool. Yeah, no problem, man. Give the guy who yells at broke people. Yes, yeah, he's such a fucking weirdo, man. I've seen like his videos on YouTube, and it's like, and then I saw him get interviewed the other day by Joe Rogan. And I don't know, man. I just feel like he's the kind of person I wouldn't give a platform to. He basically just regurgitates stuff that people like Dave Ramsey say, but he just does it in like a Jerry Springer kind of way. It's like just over the top drama for the sake of views, a little less on the educational component. I don't know. It's just crazy. He basically seems to go in there and find like the most lost people possible to bring on this thing. I don't know, man. So. Oh, you are? Nice. I'll go at some point again. I went in 2023. I don't know when, but yeah, I'll definitely do it 1 year at some point in the future. Yeah, I've watched a couple of that guy's clips. It's just, he's so, I don't know, it's like, he's definitely playing the Jerry Springer angle, and it's too much.
45.138.
Yeah, I've heard that Max wants to go this year, which would be awesome. Going his first year would be kind of nice. I think too, like, they don't sell out, but their attendance has been quite high the last couple of years. I don't feel like I'm going quick at all. Ooh. Understeer. Yeah, the discipline thing is pretty dumb. Mine, because everything's so laggy right now, mine wouldn't go away. Had to wait a long time. Yeah, I don't know if they'll actually sell out, but there will be a lot of people there. I mean, Daytona can hold a lot of people. So the time that I went, I think that was the first year where GTP really exploded. And so it was very busy for that reason. Max will definitely be a much larger factor. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. You can fit 100,000 plus people in those stands. I don't think that many people are going to go, but it'll be a good test of the Max effect.
Just set your fastest lap of the session.
One last thing on the whole investing thing. I've talked to some people recently that are like, you know, I'm really scared to invest. The market's, you know, it's very frothy. It's going to crash soon, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then we kind of waiting like on the sidelines. And the truth of the matter is, like, I've been feeling the same way for like 3 years. Hasn't crashed yet. And I was looking at my stuff yesterday. In the last 12 months, it's up 27 or 28% in the last 12 months. As you can imagine how much you're missing out on for fear of market decline. And frankly, people have been talking about that for at least 3 or 4 years now. So just keep that in mind. Time in the market beats timing the market. Oh, almost always. Ooh, baby. Real loose. Maybe save the stars regardless whether he's there or not. Oh yeah, I mean, if you're looking to go, go. You could just get really lucky that it's also in the first year for him. Super buggy. I wouldn't say buggy, I'm just having issues in the UI getting things to load, but once I get into the session, it's fine. I've had a lot of lag or timeouts and stuff like that getting in. The UI is really, really laggy for me. Oh, that's fucked. That's wish on. Yeah, that's cool. 123,000, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have that many people there. Scared to actually invest by watching the stock market and such, just do the IRA. I mean, so it's the same thing, right? Like at the end of the day, whether you put it into an IRA, don't pick stocks. Definitely don't do that. Put it into like a low cost mutual fund index, ETA or ECF, you know, whatever. Something like that. Something that's very broad, very diversified, tracks the entire stock market. Go find you a nice low cost Vanguard index mutual fund ETF and just, yeah, don't touch it. Just don't touch it. Best thing to do is just to set it up where it automatically invests for you like every week or every month, whatever, and then you just don't even look at it. That's the best thing you can do. I'll have some day, I look at mine every day, mostly because I'm just curious and I like to kind of know roughly how things stand and why, like hear news and how does that affect the stock market, things like that. There's some days that are really fucking bad. It's crazy and I'm like, oh my god, you know, and some days are amazing. So it's just kind of funny to watch and just on a day-to-day basis kind of see how things move based on what's happening in the world, and especially obviously with everything that's been going on in Iran. It's been very volatile over the last 2 or 3 months, but fun to watch. But if you can't take it, like if you're the kind of person that's like, oh man, I gotta sell, all my stuff's going down, just don't look at it. Put it in there and forget that you ever did it. You'll be happy in about 20 years. Oh shit. Golly, crazy understeer. Crazy. Index funds are good. Exactly. Some don't. Exactly. Yeah. Honestly, it's the best thing you can do, man. And you can pick one of those like target date things that your 401k probably has available to you, and they will rebalance you over time, and that's great. Those certainly work well. Personally, I'm a big fan of just really, really broad index funds. Wait 5 to 10 minutes. And I can tell you, like, little tip, it's like even when you're, you know, you have somebody that is paying like good money on an annual basis to have an advisor like actually work with them and, you know, do their stuff, like they're still investing in those very broad index funds. It's not magic, you know. They're still doing the same stuff that you can do on your own. Yeah, this setup is crazy bad through here. I mean, it's literally just stepping out constantly. So yeah, I guess we're gonna have to wait for some setup tweaks to happen. I guess that's second gear. I mean, it's literally just trying to spin out. the whole time on throttle. It feels like you're going so slow. What's up, Ryan?
44.848.
I had a convo with my dad, and he said 50% unemployment in 10 years. Next generation is cooked. Can be behind the when Social Security isn't around when I'm old. I'm not sure about the where does the 50% unemployment come from? That seems crazy to say the least. And I also agree on the Social Security side of things. I'm not planning for it. That's just kind of how I do everything. It's like, I don't plan for the things that you hope are going to be there for you. Yeah, if they're there for you, nice surprise, but I'm not planning for it. I think that even, honestly, I would say that it should intensify why you should be saving for yourself. Don't expect the programs to be there for you. Do it for yourself. Yeah, I mean, 50% unemployment would be catastrophic, to say the least. Oh, well, I think what you worry about there is hyperinflation. But that, I mean, too high over my head to predict.
44.562.
That's good to hear, man. I think one thing, so I watch a lot of the finance stuff on YouTube. One thing I see is a lot of people seem to overestimate how much they actually think they need in retirement. I know some of it is Social Security related, so that a lot of people still assume that's going to be there for them. So that's part of it. Or I should say, not that those people expected it will be, but the people saying that they anticipate they need too much are assuming that Social Security will be there to assist. But yeah, I think people don't realize what it's like to have investments that have already been taxed on and then don't need to pay income taxes when you don't have an income. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of surprising. I've learned that over the last year and a half. It's like, well, when you don't get a W-2, you don't need nearly as much money. You think they underestimate? I think they overestimate how much money they need, personally. You can kind of look at statistics and see how many people actually run out of money in retirement. It's far fewer than you would think. I think people get scared. They think they need way too much. And it turns out they really don't. Yeah, inflation, of course. Of course. Inflation and healthcare costs. Like, most people aren't going to live to 90, you know? And when you do any kind of the Monte Carlo simulations and things like that, they always assume you're going to live to 90. It's like, bro, I'm not living to 90. I can tell you that right now. Nobody that's ever carried, maybe not ever, it's never happened. Like, I think my grandfather was the oldest at like 87. And I still don't know how he survived that long with tobacco and all that stuff in his world. Most are in the 60s. Like, yeah. Good to plan, but come on, baby. 23, having to worry about my parents selling their house and making a bad financial judgment so they can downside. I'm not following that one. My wife's always asking me to downsize. The house. The house. I'm all, it's funny, she says it all the time. She's like, we need to buy a smaller house. We need to move. We need to move. And I'm like, I'm not moving. We have a great house. We bought it at like the perfect time. It's not worth double what we paid for it, but it's not that far off. Well, we bought it in 2019. And before you say, well, lucky you son of a bitch, which, true. I also experienced the opposite. So I would say we were due for that. We both bought a place on our own before we were together in 2006. So you see where this is going. And then we bought a house together in 2007. So yes, I had 3 properties effectively right before 2008 happened and had to live through all that bullshit. So I think we were due for some positive juju on the housing market in 2019. You too. Yeah, I don't know what this house is on. I think it's 3%, something like that. But not only were the rates good, but the actual prices of the market were crazy because they were coming up from crazy ass lows. But yeah, definitely got lucky on that one. So when she's like, hey, we need to move, I'm like, ain't no way. Ain't no goddamn way we're moving from this house. We're gonna stay here forever. And I don't just think about it from the financial point of view. I'm thinking about it like, yeah, we got boys that are about to go to college. It's gonna be weird to live in this house with 3 people. But before you know it, there'll be like little people running around here too, you know? You're gonna want it for Thanksgiving and whatever. So, in my eyes, we ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna put in a little lift. When I'm really old, I'm gonna put a lift in and just carry my ass down to the basement, put me in my rig, let it rip.
44.013. That was your fastest lap of the session.
.66. Holy shit. That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I think there was probably an opportunity somewhere I could have gotten into like the 2s, and I just didn't. But yeah, no complaints. This is like our forever, you know, we bought this as our forever house and all that. So I intend to make it as such. I can't believe I'm almost in the 43s. I'm not even paying attention. Just yapping at this point. Ooh. They went. Oh, they won't. Alright, catch up with them in a second. I need like longer straights so I can read. Oh, I see, I see. Gotcha, I gotcha. Yeah, it's hard to, I mean, obviously, hard to say without a whole lot of information, you know? Who knows? I'm gonna pull it over here in a second.
43.7.
Same lap time.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Yeah, it's hard to say, man. One thing I have to remind myself of, and I'm not suggesting this for you, don't take this the wrong way. One thing I have to think a lot about, or that I remind myself of constantly, I feel like we're always making decisions about like our future based on our kids, like a lot. And I know when we talk about like our long-term goals, it's like doing as much as we can for the kids when we leave this earth. And my wife is definitely on board with that, of course, but also like I think she would tell you if she was in the room right now that maybe I'm too focused on that and not, you know, as much for us right now. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think for us, it's like, I have to always remember or remind myself, the goal is like, I got to make sure I can get through this time. And yes, I want to help them out as much as I can when my time comes. And not even then, but honestly, before then, I want to help them as much as I can. It's funny, this is still the same camera angle I set like a year ago. But to remind myself, we got to get our time through first. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Over here, so I'm gonna break my neck. How's work? Made it through the day. Camp counselor checking in. Love it. Any more emails today? That's good. I don't mind. We gotta figure out dinner. 4:45. One of y'all talk, tell me what you want to do, and then give me a message. That work? Cool. I'm down. Do you mind getting it? Yeah. Y'all tell me what you want to do and tell me roughly when, and we can go from there. Cool? Oh, bless you, brother. Man, that's a good angle. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. I think it's hard to not be pessimistic. I think it's really hard not to be pessimistic right now. I really do. Inflation kind of sucks. I mean, oil prices are a bitch. I think that's definitely like top of mind. It probably amplifies the feeling of inflation right now. Things are expensive. Feels like, you know, feels like jobs aren't great. Truth be told, I feel like jobs are probably pretty good. AI, people worried about AI. How much is that going to impact the world? I don't know. There's a lot. I think it's very reasonable right now to be very pessimistic about the future. I think that's super fair. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think at the end of the day, there's only so many things that we get to control. I think our approach, our mental approach for the future is probably the biggest thing you get to control. And if you try to take it, think about it positively, do the, you know, as much as you can, just keep busting your ass, getting out there. I mean, honestly, man, approach is, I feel like it's half the game. Easy for me to say sitting right here right now, but I don't know. I always kind of take that approach. Stay positive, bust your ass, make sure you're in a good situation, prepared for opportunities, you know, have a good skill set, working towards one if you don't have one you feel confident in today. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do for sure. But when we talk about it with, you know, our future, or at least what we plan of the future, God knows, right? Like, who knows what tomorrow brings, but yeah, we think about it like, I want to help my kids as much as possible, man. I want to do as much as I can to help them out. And I find, like, I don't know how much, and I don't know what the answer to this question, I don't know that anybody does, but I always wonder, like, are you helping your kids too much? You're gonna make them suffer a little bit? Like, where does that dog come from, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where the balance is on all that sort of stuff. But, and I think at a minimum, man, I think you teach your kids about finances. You teach them to not live above their means, not be, you know, I want, and try to find ways to make them thankful for different things. You know, be financially literate, try to educational side. We suck at that. I think we've definitely not done a great job on that, but try to get your kids to give a shit about school. Good luck. Mine don't. And that is unfortunately the reality, but it is what it is. I didn't give a shit about it either, so it's really hard for me to give them too much grief on that front. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's definitely something I think a whole lot about. That's for sure. But I think too, now having just started another business, that honestly has been great for me. Like, definitely preoccupies the mind a little bit, gets it moving, and just been a lot of fun too. I've had so much fun just sitting down. I've got a big ass whiteboard in the back of my basement. Me and my buddy work out of my basement. So he comes over a couple days a week and we work. You know, I've got a big ass whiteboard to put together with what we're working on, and I've been building the software for it, and it's just been fun to flex that muscle again for sure. I set a 41.9 the other day. God damn, for real? Here? Jesus Christ, that's crazy. It's always good. It's always about what we can do to give to the kids. Yeah, yeah. It's funny. At some point, you wonder, like, are we doing too much for these kids? Totally agree with that. Yes, we do. It's natural. My father planned the whole life for my brother and I in a good way. It worked well. For 8 years, I moved to the Middle East. My brother to Europe. Plans change. Yeah. No doubt, dude. No doubt. We're Brazilians. My father's Italian. Yeah. Yeah. I look at it like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I just feel like you can't overdo it. Man, that just sounds wrong when you say it like that. Definitely not trying to plan my kid's life out or anything like that, but just like, I kind of know what's going to happen, right? They're going to go to college. Hopefully they're going to go to school in some form or fashion. Maybe it's a trade school. Maybe it's whatever. It's some form of education past high school, most likely. So help them try to figure that out, navigate that. They're going to have to invest for their future. Help them figure that out a little bit. You know, they're probably going to buy a house at some point, and they're probably going to have a wedding, or they're probably going to do this or that, or have a kid, or, you know, can I help put like a little 529 together when the kid gets born so that 18 years pass, it grows way more than, you know, the ones that we had when my kids go to school. So like just little stuff like that, the little things you can do to help them figure things out as they go. Not like help them make decisions or anything like that, but just anticipating, I guess. I don't know. Ran a 143, track temp 32. Yep. Best I can muster. 149, track temp 52, dude. That's like surface of the sun type stuff. I have no idea. I'd probably be in the 47s, would be my guess, if I was on a 52-degree track. Honestly, like this was really I don't know. I feel like setups need some adjustment. Like this thing was crazy understeery. The Porsche was really weird, like super floaty. I feel like things are going to change quite a bit once we get some setups for this season, is my guess. Well, yeah, definitely got to keep it hot. Yeah. And I'm not like, I don't mean to project or anything. I don't know. I feel like it's a conversation I hear a lot of people talking about. I don't want to like, I'm not acting like you're being negative or anything, but yeah, I don't mean to project. Just, I don't know. I have talked to some people that are like really pessimistic about things, and I'm like, I feel you, but like, it's not going to help you. It's not going to help you, you know? Maybe it motivates you. I don't know, but it's not going to help you to be too pessimistic. Just give them the freedom of choice. Yeah. Make them disciplined. Yep. Totally. Be present, be ready. Yes. Yeah. I love the way you put that together. That's definitely where my head's at. It's like where preparation meets opportunity. You know what I mean? Like just be prepared, try to anticipate a little bit, be ready to provide advice if they ever ask for it, things like that. But it is fascinating, man. I find that as my kids get older, and my kids are only in high school, right? Well, one just graduated, but it's funny how if you know, and even I guess still today, but a year or two ago, I'd be like, my kids think I'm pretty stupid, you know, like I'm dad's an idiot, doesn't know what the hell he's talking about at all. I feel like every week, every month that goes by, it's like they realize actually dad's not that stupid. Dad's kind of smart. So they're starting to ask questions or like actually take my opinion on things that a year or two ago they probably wouldn't have even asked me about, much less actually thought I had a clue about what I was talking about. But it is funny. You watch them learn and they realize like, oh, you're not a complete idiot. Nice. Oh man, love it. I can't believe there's this many people doing these races, dude. No, I have not. I have not driven your baby. No, sir. Sorry to say. All right, y'all. It's 5 o'clock. I'm clocking out for the day. How long have I been streaming? All right, not bad. Almost 3 hours. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get to do as much driving as I wanted. It took forever for the damn servers to come up. I don't know if I'll be around tonight. And if I do, honestly, I'm just going to be doing like testing and stuff. So probably not all that interesting to watch. So yeah, I might jump on, Keezer, if you're going to be around. I might jump on and do the elbows out thing, depending on what time my wife gets home and how they're all feeling when they get home. But yeah, I guess I got to get in there. I got to do my tryout. Make sure I can get around, get a lap around the track. And yeah. So anyway, I'll do that at some point this week. And my goal is, I haven't looked at my schedule, my calendar. My goal, oh no, hold on. I'm going to miss it, actually. Fuck. So next Monday night, right, is the first race of the new season. And I'm not going to be here. I'm driving my son. So my middle child, he's going through like college recruitment for baseball right now. As a rising senior in high school. He will be, I have to take him, I won't tell you the school, but I have to take him to a college for their baseball camp. So we drive out Monday afternoon, stay Monday night. The camp is Tuesday. I'll be back Tuesday night, hopefully. So that sucks. So yeah, it looks like my first official stream for season 3 won't be until Elbows Out on next Wednesday. I'll be doing some streaming in between. I definitely got to get something. I gotta do some kind of clickbaity title. Let's pick the car for GT3s for season 3. I'll do something like that to clickbait the shit out of you guys. And I'll just end up driving the Porsche like I always do. But but yeah, I am excited. I'm excited to take him to the college camp. That'll be fun. But yeah, there's gonna be 2 schools there that I've shown interest in him and that he's interested in. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah. He'll be in there tonight. Okay. Yeah, I'll see if I can. Super unfortunate. Drop week. Gotta go to Vegas for work. Oh, damn. Yeah. I'll be back. I'll definitely be back for the race on Wednesday night. I would just unfortunately won't be here for the first ones on Monday night. I'll be not in Richmond. So anyway, I'll see you guys later. I hope you have a good rest of your week. And yeah, I'll see you when I see you next. Cool. Peace out.